Hi everyone, Nathan here from Mighty Lancer Games. This afternoon, Games Workshop showed the battle forces for 2022, the Christmas battle forces that we seem to get every year. And this year, there are even more! 15 battle forces between 40k and Age of Sigmar, 8 for 40k and 7 for Age of Sigmar. So I've gone through them, written a little list out of what's in the box, and worked out how much that will cost you at RRP for each of the sets individually, so we can kind of make a guess of how much Games Workshop are going to be charging us for these fantastic value boxes. Now, these boxes, if you're not familiar with Battle Forces, are a way that Games Workshop package a whole bundle load of stuff. It's a bit like a combat patrol on steroids. So it's a whole bunch of stuff, like an army in a box or a starter army in a box for several races. In this case, 15 different armies across the systems, and they're ideal Christmas presents for someone that either wants to start a new army, expand their army, or just if you think like, hey, you should be playing Skaven, you could just like buy them a massive box full of Ratmen. That'd be awesome. So there are 15, like I said. So we've got Adeptus Sororitas, Adeptus Custodes, Adeptus Mechanicus, Imperial Knights, Thousand Suns, Death Guard, Imperial Fists, and Raven Guard for 40k. And then for Age of Sigmar, we've got Stormcast, Daughters of Cain, Cruel Boys, Squigageddon, I think it's called, Skaven, Nighthaunt, and Sylvaneth. So we'll go through them one by one, and I will tell you what's in them, and then we'll also tell you what I have calculated the RRP to be. Now, I might be off a little bit because I did most of the maths in my head, and I'm getting old, so I might have got it wrong. So, to start off with, it's Adeptus Sororitas, and in that you get the Morven Val character in the battle suit, 6 Paragon suits, 2 units of 3, 5 Celestian Sacrosants, that's those, and a squad of Battle Sisters. Now, that all adds up to £191 on the dot, which is a lot of stuff. The Custodes one, the Adeptus Custodes, that one comes with Trajan Valoris, 3 Virtus Praetors, 3 Alaris Custodes, and 15 Custodian Guard. So that is pretty much an entire Custodes army in a box, and that comes, the subtotal of all those things, £202.50. That is absolutely fantastic. So at the end, I'll make a bit of a guess about where I think GW are going to pitch the prices for these, but let's power on. Adeptus Mechanicus, Belisarius Call, 2 Castellan robots and their controller, 6 Cataphron Battle Servitors, that's 2 units of 3 again, and a squad of 10 Skitari, £184.50, the least value of the 40k boxes, the Mechanicus. There's an Imperial Knight set that's got a Knight Dominus that you can build as Dominus, whichever one it is that makes Canis Rex. Could be wrong. It might not be a Dominus. It might be the other one. But it makes Canis Rex or an Errant or whatever configuration of the normal knight is, and 4 Armigers. So builders, 2 Helverins and 2 like Warglaive style knights. That one totals £205. That's the best or the highest value out of the 40k ones. Then we've got Thousand Suns. With that you get Magnus the Red, the Primarch of the Thousand Suns, 3 Exalted Sorcerers, and 20 Rubric Marines. That comes to £201. Death Guard has Mortarion, 5 Blightlord Terminators, and 2 squads of 7, 14 in total Plague Marines. £196 for those. Imperial Fists, Tor Garadon, 3 Aggressors that you can build with either option, and 15 Heavy Intercessors. And it also mentions in the description an upgrade set, which separately is £16. So that totals £194.50. Then finally for 40k we've got Raven Guard. So Raven Guard's got Caven Strike, a Phobos Librarian, 10 Primaris Reavers, 2 Invicta Battlesuits, and 3 Eliminators to round it out. And it also mentions some transfer sheets, but doesn't say anything about getting the actual upgrade parts for the Raven Guard. So I'm estimating £195.50 for the Raven Guard. So looking at the prices for all of those 40k boxes, they're all in and around the £200 mark, apart from the Mechanicus one is a little bit less. Now, last year, GW had slightly different price points across the battle forces. They didn't just do what they've done previously and have one consistent price. So I'm expecting a little bit of variance. The Mechanicus one might be slightly cheaper, but for those that are around the £200 mark, probably expecting £125, £130 to be the RRP. We don't know for sure. We've only just seen pictures of these today, so just a guess at that kind of money. It seems like a lot of the battle boxes that they've done recently and the army sets that we've had have been anywhere between £105 and £130. So somewhere in that kind of region. Maybe the Mechanicus one might be like 105 and the others might be 120. Just a guess, guys. Let's move on to Age of Sigmar. So we've got Stormcast Eternals, everybody's favourite golden shiny boys. A Knight Relictor, 3 Annihilators, 10 Vanquishers, 10 Vigilors, which are the shooty guys, and 2 Stormdrake Guard, which are the Dragon Riders. That totals £198.50. Daughters of Cain, this is the cheapest value of the AOS ones. A Cauldron of Blood, 5 Melusai, 5 Kinneri, 5 Doomfire Warlocks can also be made as Dark Riders, and 10 Witch Elves, £179.50 total. Cruel Boys, makes sense that we get Cruel Boys to fight the Stormcast. Either of those boxes would be good add-ons to the Dominion set. Scumdrek on his little Scumdrek Swamp Crawler, or whatever his name is. He's the guy that captures guys, I think. Gobsprak, who's the orc shaman, or you can be built as a lord on the massive Rip Vulture or something it's called. 3 Bolt Boys, they're the orcs with the massive crossbows, and 10 Gut Rippers. So just mixture of characters and core troops for your Cruel Boys army. There's a Squig box for the Gloomspite Gits. I'm sure it's called Squigageddon or something like that, Squigalanch. That is a Loon Boss on Squig, 2 Mangler Squigs, 10 Squig Hoppers, and a Squig Herd. Did I tell you how much the Cruel Boys one was? I think I might have missed that. £187.50 for the Cruel Boys one. And Squigs are £191.50. Then we'll move swiftly on. Skaven total £206.50. The most, almost the most value out of the Age of Sigmar ones. A Screaming Bell, a Warplock Bombardier, I think it is, 3 Storm Fiends, 40 Clan Rats, and 40 Plague Monks. So a veritable horde of chittering death for your Skaven, £206.50. Nighthaunt, we're looking bang at £200. So Lady Alinda, a Black Coach, 10 Blade Revenants, 10 Dreadscythe Harridans, and 10 Grimghast Reapers. And finally, the most value out of the Sylvaneth ones, or the highest value, shall we say, £211 is Sylvaneth. So Dritcher, Hammerdreth, 2 Tree Lords, 10 Spite Revenants or Tree Revenants, and 16 Dryads. So loads of content again in all of those, and a mixture of value really, from the Daughters of Cain £179.50 up to the Sylvaneth at £211. I suspect that we might see different prices in there as well. Now, who knows when we're going to find out exactly how much these things are cost, and hopefully that you will be able to order them from your friendly local game store, Mighty Lancer Games. Only time will tell. We can only guess at the price. I reckon somewhere between £105 and £130, depending on which box it is. And in terms of a release date, we can only guess again about when these things are going to be available. We do know that the Imperial Guard Astra Militarum launch set goes on pre-order this Saturday for general release on Black Friday, which is a 13-day window. So could it be that these battle forces go on pre-order the following Saturday? So that would be the 17th for release the week after Black Friday. That would make sense. They come out in time for the start of December for people to buy for Christmas presents. Only time will tell, and we will bring you updates as soon as we know what is going on. But yeah, there's the breakdown. That's how much the box is total in my estimation. The contents of each box. So for 40k, Imperial Knights is leading the way, closely followed by Custodes in terms of like value in the box. We say we don't know how much they're going to be, and Age of Sigmar Sylvaneth is an army in a box, depending on how you want to play the game. But Custodes and the Knights ones certainly, in my opinion, the absolute best starter sets out of the bunch. So hope you found this useful and informative. Please check us out on the old internets, mightylancergames.co.uk. Thanks everyone. See you later.